Time for a football play-action pass on the Sports Shuffle.
Just looking a quick glance at the first round of the NFL draft. Here's the breakdown of how many players were drafted at said position. 3 wide receivers, 5 offensive tackles, 5 defensive ends, 2 free safeties, 1 center, 3 offensive guards, 4 defensive tackles, 4 cornerbacks, 2 free safeties, 1 strong safety, 1 inner linebacker, 1 outer linebacker, and 1 quarterback. Of course, top prospects Manti Te'o and Geno Smith, and not drafted in the first round. Geno Smith said he would not be staying for the second round, and Manti Te'o's probably somewhere commiserating with his imaginary girlfriend. Round 2 today. See how many more offensive players get drafted, as it was a slew of offensive linemen and defensive draft, as you only had basically less than 10 offensive players drafted, and only what would be considered 4 star position in 3 wide receivers and 1 quarterback respectively drafted. Time to look at some baseball.
And now it's time for a Sports Shuffle Baseball Blast.
As in Boston, David Ortiz went 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 ribbies, as the Red Sox beat the Houston Astros 7-2 on Thursday night to win their 8th straight series opener. Yankees over the Blue Jays 5-3. Derek Jeter making his first visit to the Bronx this weekend. Robinson Cano hit a 3-run homer, and New York used a flurry of early long balls to outslug the Toronto Blue Jays. In Minneapolis, Nick Tepech, T-E-P-E-S-C-H, pitched 6 strong innings for his second win, and Elvis Andreas and Nelson Cruz each drove in runs to lead Texas to its 6th straight victory in 7 games over Minnesota. Not a good day for my Rays and Chicago, as the White Sox beat the Rays 5-2. Chris Sale overcame a shaky first inning to combine with 2 relievers, a 5-hitter, and Adam Dunn homer to lead Chicago over Tampa Bay. Desmond Jennings walked leading off the game and scored on Evan Longoria single, but Sale, now 2-2, settled down 1 for the first time since opening day. Royals and Tigers, extra inning affair, 10 of them to be in fact. Royals won 8-3 as Alex Gordon's grand slam highlighted a 5-run 10th inning for Kansas City, which rallied against Detroit's bullpen after Justin Verlander left with a thumb injury. Fantasy baseball alert. Oakland, wrong team actually, that would be the Oakland Athletics, lost to the Orioles as the Orioles defeated them 10-2. Nate McLouth reached base 4 times and scored twice. Nick Markakis drove in 2 runs, and the Orioles opened up their longest road trip of the season by routing the Oakland Athletics. Mariners over the Angels 6-0 in a shutout as Carlos Peguero, P-G-U-E-R-O, hit a mammoth homer in his first at-bat of the season, and Kyle Seager had a 2-run shot to help the Mariners beat the Angels. And now, let's look at what happened on the ice Thursday night.
You always score with a Sports Shuffle. Slap shot, slap shot, slap shot, slap shot.
As in Raleigh, North Carolina, Rangers captain Ryan Callahan scored 2 minutes 55 seconds in overtime. New York rallied to clinch a 3rd straight Eastern Conference playoff berth by beating Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 Thursday night. Senators over the Capitals in an overtime affair, beating them 2-1, and the Senators also clinched a playoff berth by beating Washington. Flyers 2, Islanders 1, as 2 Flyers scored to lead Philadelphia over the New York Islanders, who dropped to 8th place in the Eastern Conference. Canadiens 4, Jets 2. Winnipeg Jets saw their playoff hopes end on the scoreboard before they got beaten by Montreal. Red Wings 5, Predators 2, as the Detroit moved a step closer to its 22nd straight playoff appearance by beating Nashville. Blue Jackets 3, Stars and 1. Columbus stayed alive in the Western Conference playoff race with a victory over Dallas. Maple Leafs 4, Panthers nothing, as Phil Kessel scored 2 goals to lead playoff-bound Toronto over last-placed Florida. Bruins shut out the Lightning 2-0 as Tuukka Rask stopped 30 shots for his second shutout in 2 starts, and Boston beat Tampa Bay, keeping the Bruins in control of the tight race for the Northeast Division title. Devils 3, Penguins 2. Ivan Kovalchuk scored his first goal since sustaining a shoulder injury last month, giving New Jersey a victory over Pittsburgh. Of course, Sidney Crosby missed his 10th straight game because of a broken jaw, but he was cleared by medical personnel to return to hockey-related activity. Blues 4, Flames 1, as Ryan Reeves scored twice and Brian Elliott earned his NL leading 10th win in September in St. Louis's win over Calgary, as the Blues have won a season-high 5 straight home games. Calgary will miss the playoffs for the 4th straight year. Ducks 3, Canucks 1, as the second period goal scored by Brad Staubitz sent Anaheim in victory over Vancouver as the hockey rumbles towards the playoffs. Anywho, kiddies, that's it for me on this Friday morning for this Sports Shuffle Quick Blast. I'm me, you're still you, unless you aren't, in which case, if you're somebody else, you need help, and I'm gone. Talk at you next time. We're out.
Thank you for listening to the Sports Shuffle podcast. Don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Till next time, hope you stay in the zone.